So yesterday, right after we finished recording the success episode,
Oh no, what happened?
I got so motivated that I made a to-do list with 42 items on it.
42?
42 for one day.
Paul, that's not a to-do list. That's a cry for help.
By 11 a.m., I had done exactly one thing, and I felt like a total failure.
Okay, but here's the thing. That's not a you problem. That's a everyone who's ever tried to be productive problem.
True, but there's one small change I made after that disaster, one simple habit that completely changed how my days feel now.
Oh, tell me.
Later. First, let's talk about why so many of us burn out trying to be productive in the first place.
Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Emily.
And I'm Paul. If you watched last week's episode on success, welcome back. Great to have you again.
And if you're new, hi. We're so glad you're here.
Today's topic connects really naturally to last week's because achieving your goals is great, but if you burn out trying to get there, it's not really success, is it?
Exactly. So today we're talking about time management, how to actually get things done without running yourself into the ground.
And of course, along the way, we'll teach you a ton of natural English for talking about your schedule, your workload, and your energy.
Let's get into it.
Okay, so Paul, be honest. Are you a planner or do you just wing it?
Depends on the day, honestly. Some days I have my whole schedule mapped out. Other days I completely wing it and just hope for the best.
Same, actually. I used to be a hardcore planner. Color-coded calendar, the whole thing.
Ooh, color-coded. Fancy.
It looked amazing. It also stressed me out constantly because I felt guilty every time I didn't follow it perfectly.
See, that's the trap, right? People think productive means busy every second, but that's actually a really fast way to burn out.
Totally. There's a difference between being busy and being productive, and I think a lot of us mix those two up.
Big difference. Let's dig into that.
So let's start with the basics. If someone asks you, how's your schedule looking this week? What would you say?
I'd probably say I'm slammed, which means extremely busy.
Slammed is such a strong word for it, like you've been hit by a wave of work.
Exactly that feeling. Or you could say I'm swamped, which means the same thing. Overwhelmed with too much to do.
Swamped and slammed are basically twins, like achieve and reach from last episode.
Nice callback.
I try. Now, if your week is actually pretty light, you'd say, I've got some breathing room, meaning you have extra time and space, no pressure.
I love that phrase, breathing room. It sounds so relaxing just to say it.
Right? Now, here's a common mistake. Learners often say, I have a lot of works to do.
Ooh, that one's tricky.
It is, because work is uncountable in this sense. We don't say works. We say, I have a lot of work to do, or I have a lot on my plate.
A lot on my plate. Great idiom. Means you have many responsibilities at once, like a plate piled high with food.
Exactly. Now, let's talk priorities. How do you decide what to do first?
Honestly, I try to tackle the big stuff first. Tackle means to deal with something difficult head on.
Good verb choice. There's also knock it out, which is more casual. Let me just knock out these emails real quick.
Knockout makes it sound almost aggressive, like you're fighting your to-do list.
Honestly, some days it feels that way.
Now, here's an important one. To prioritize. It means deciding what's most important and doing that first.
And the noun form is priority. My top priority this week is finishing the report.
Good distinction. Prioritize is the verb, priority is the noun. People sometimes mix those up.
They really do. Now, let's talk about the opposite side, procrastination. Everyone does it, nobody admits it.
Guilty. To procrastinate means to delay doing something, usually something important in favor of something easier or more fun.
And there's a really natural phrase for this. I've been putting it off. I've been putting off cleaning my apartment for 2 weeks.
Putting off is so much more natural in conversation than procrastinating, honestly. Procrastinate sounds academic.
True. Save procrastinate for essays, use put off with friends.
Now, what about when you finally sit down and focus really deeply on one task?
That's Kate being in the zone. Total focus, no distractions, everything just flows.
Ooh, in the zone is such a satisfying feeling when it happens.
It really is. Though the opposite, constantly getting distracted, is way more common for most of us.
For sure. If your phone buzzes every 2 minutes, you'd say, I keep getting sidetracked, which means distracted from your main task.
Sidetracked. I love the image there, like a train going off the main track. Great visual, right?
Okay, now let's talk about burnout itself, because that's really the heart of today's topic.
So, burnout is a noun. It describes complete physical and mental exhaustion from too much stress or work over a long time. And the phrase is usually to burn out. I burned out after working 70-hour weeks for months. It's such an important concept because a lot of learners only know the vocabulary for being productive, not the vocabulary for recognizing when they need to stop.
Exactly. And that's honestly the most important English you'll learn today. How to say, I need a break, and actually mean it.
I need to recharge is another good one. Like a phone battery, you need time to refill your energy.
Recharge is such a natural metaphor in English. We talk about our energy just like electronics.
We really do. I'm running on empty is another one, meaning you have almost no energy left.
That phrase always makes me picture a car with an empty gas tank.
Exactly the image. And when you do finally rest properly, you'd say, I unplugged for the weekend, meaning you disconnected from work and screens completely.
Unplugged, another electronics metaphor. English really loves comparing humans to machines when it comes to energy.
It really does. And honestly, it makes sense. We all need to recharge sometimes.
Okay, let's talk tools for a second. How do you actually organize your day? Do you use an app or old school paper?
Honestly, I'm a to-do list person. Simple paper list, nothing fancy.
I'm the opposite. I time block my whole calendar. Every hour has a job.
Ooh, time blocking. That's a great term. We mentioned block out time earlier, and this is basically the full system version of that.
Right. Instead of just having a list of tasks, you assign each one a specific time slot in your day.
Does that actually work for you?
Most days, yeah. Though if one thing runs late, the whole schedule can fall apart, which just means it collapses or stops working.
Fall apart is such a visual phrase, like a structure literally crumbling.
Exactly the feeling too, when your 9 a.m. meeting runs until 10:30 and ruins your whole plan.
We've all been there. Now, here's a big one. What about asking for help instead of doing everything yourself?
That's delegating. To delegate means giving part of your work or responsibility to someone else.
Such an important skill, and honestly, one a lot of people struggle with, especially if they're perfectionists.
Totally. There's even a phrase for that, control freak, someone who insists on doing or overseeing everything themselves.
I plead the fifth on that one.
Same, honestly. But learning to delegate, to trust other people with tasks, is a huge part of avoiding burnout.
Absolutely. You can't pour from an empty cup, as they say.
Ooh, that's a beautiful idiom. It means you can't take care of others or your work if you haven't taken care of yourself first.
Such a good note to end this section on, honestly.
One last thing before we move on. Let's talk about mornings, because how you start your day really sets the tone.
Oh, I have opinions about this. Do you have a morning routine?
I do. Nothing fancy, but I always start with a short walk before checking my phone.
That's such a healthy habit. A lot of people hit the ground running instead, meaning they start working immediately, full speed, no warm-up. Hit the ground running is such a vivid phrase, like jumping out of a plane and immediately sprinting. Exactly. And honestly, that approach works for some people, but for others, it just leads to stress by 9 a.m.
Right. There's no single correct routine. It's really about finding what keeps you consistent without wearing you out.
Good point. I think that's the real theme of today's episode, actually. Sustainability over speed.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Okay, quick practice time. Imagine a friend asks you, how's work been lately? And honestly, you've been overwhelmed, but you're trying to manage it. What would you say?
Pause the video and try answering out loud before we give you our version.
Okay, here's one good answer. Honestly, I've had a lot on my plate, but I'm trying to prioritize better and not burn out.
Great use of 3 phrases in one sentence. A lot on my plate, prioritize, and burnout.
That's exactly the kind of natural, real answer we're going for. 6. Mid-video CTA. All right, we've reached the halfway point.
If today's lesson is helping you, do us a quick favor and hit that like button.
It genuinely helps more learners discover these episodes.
And subscribe if you're new. We release a new episode every week, connecting real conversation with practical English.
And in the comments, tell us, are you more of a planner or someone who wings it?
No judgment either way. We've been both.
Okay, let's keep going. Let's put this into real situations. First scenario, telling your boss you're overloaded. You might say, I'm a bit swamped this week. Could we push the deadline? Polite, clear, professional. Second scenario, a friend invites you out, but you're exhausted. I'd love to, but I really need to recharge tonight. Honest, without over-explaining. Third, organizing your day. I'm going to block out 2 hours this morning for deep work. Block out is such a useful phrase. It means to reserve a specific chunk of time for something. Fourth, admitting you're behind schedule. I'm a bit behind, but I should catch up by Friday. Catch up. Such a common phrase for closing the gap between where you are and where you should be. And fifth, setting a boundary. I'm going to log off at 6 today, no exceptions. Log off originally meant literally turning off your computer, but now it's used generally for stopping work. Great range there. Professional, casual, and personal boundary setting all in one set. Let's add a sixth, asking for help when you're overloaded. Someone might say, could you take this off my plate? I'm stretched too thin right now. Stretched too thin. Such a good phrase. It means trying to do too many things at once so nothing gets your full attention. Like fabric pulled in too many directions. Exactly that image. And take it off my plate ties right back to a lot on my plate from earlier. It means removing a task from your responsibilities. Nice full circle moment there.
Let's do a full role play now. 2 coworkers chatting during a break. Just listen for the phrases. Hey, you look exhausted. Everything okay? Honestly, I'm running on empty. This has been the busiest month ever. I feel ya. I was completely swamped last week too. How did you manage it? Honestly, I started blocking out time in the morning for my most important task before checking any emails. Ooh, that's smart. I keep getting sidetracked by emails the second I sit down. Same problem I had. Once I started tackling the big stuff first, everything else felt way more manageable. I think my real issue is I keep putting off the hard tasks and doing the easy ones first. That's such a common trap. It feels productive, but you're just avoiding what actually matters. You're right. I have way too much on my plate right now, and I think I need to actually prioritize instead of doing everything at once. Also, when's the last time you took a real break? Define real break. Emily. Okay, it's been a while. I think I need to unplug this weekend, honestly. You really do. Even one day off can help you recharge. You're right. I don't want to burn out like I did last year. Exactly. Better to rest now than crash later. Good point. Okay, new plan. I'm logging off at 6 tonight, no exceptions. There we go. Proud of you. All right, let's break that down. So many great phrases. Running on empty, swamped, blocking out time, sidetracked, tackling the big stuff, putting off, a lot on my plate, prioritize, unplug, recharge, burnout, and logging off. 12 phrases in one short conversation. And again, notice it still sounds completely natural, not like a vocabulary list. That's the goal every time.
Let's work on pronunciation for today's trickier words. First, prioritize. 5 syllables, ties. The stress is on the second syllable, or.
Ties. Try it with me. Next, procrastinate. Procrastinate. Stress on crass. It's a fun word to say once you get the rhythm. And swamped. Notice the MP sound blends together quickly. Swamped. Almost like one syllable, not swamp-ud. Also, quick tip, a lot on my plate gets linked together in fast speech, sounding like a lot on my plate, almost like one long word. Linking really is the secret to sounding natural every single episode. Let's review today's key phrases. Slammed, extremely busy. Swamped, overwhelmed with work. Breathing room, extra time, less pressure. A lot on my plate, many responsibilities at once. Tackle, to deal with something difficult directly. Knockout, to finish something quickly. Prioritize, to decide what's most important. Put off, to delay doing something. In the zone, completely focused. Sidetracked, distracted from the main task. Burnout, total exhaustion from stress or overwork.
Let's go deeper into some individual words. Overwhelmed, adjective, feeling like you have more than you can handle. She felt overwhelmed by her workload. Exhausted, adjective, extremely tired. I was exhausted after the long week. Efficient, adjective, able to do something well without wasting time or energy. He's incredibly efficient at his job. Balance, noun, a healthy mix, especially between work and rest. Work-life balance is really important. Discipline, noun, the ability to control yourself and stick to a plan. Time management requires a lot of discipline. Delegate, verb, to give part of your work to someone else. You should delegate some tasks to your team. Overcommit, verb, to agree to do more than you can realistically handle. I always overcommit and regret it later. Restore, verb, to bring something back, like energy or health. A good night's sleep really restores your energy. Sustainable, adjective, able to continue over a long period without damage. Working 60-hour weeks isn't sustainable. Momentum, noun, the force that keeps you moving forward once you've started. Once I got started, I built up momentum. Structure, noun, organized plan or system. Having a daily structure really helps me focus. Downtime, noun, time when you're not working, used to rest. Everyone needs some downtime. Multitask, verb, to do several things at the same time. I try not to multitask too much. It lowers my focus. Mindful, adjective, aware and present in the moment. Being mindful of your energy levels really helps. Consistency, noun, doing something the same reliable way over time. Consistency beats intensity when it comes to routines.
So that's today's episode on time management and avoiding burnout.
We covered scheduling vocabulary, procrastination, burnout, boundaries, and a full role play between two very tired coworkers.
And connecting back to last week's episode on success, remember, real success isn't just about working hard, it's about working sustainably.
Exactly. Success without balance just leads to burnout. And burnout undoes all that progress you worked so hard for.
So this week, try setting just one small boundary. Maybe logging off at a set time or blocking out time for one deep focused task.
Small changes really do add up. Ask my 42-item to-do list.
We are never letting that go.
Never.
If you enjoyed this episode, like, subscribe, and tell us in the comments what topic you want us to cover next.
Until next time,
Keep learning,
keep balancing,
and
and we'll see you in the next episode.